today is just another like reminder to myself, like stop overthinking this. Stop trying to make this more than it needs to be. Have fun, enjoy life. Like something, if something great is gonna come from it, it's gonna come from me putting in the work daily and enjoying the work that I do. What am I gonna design? I don't know. I haven't been on Photoshop in a really really long time, and that's another reason why I'm doing this because I need to be. Like the reason why I created Quest Files is because I really like making clothes. I really like being creative, and I wanted to um, continue doing that because that's what I like to do. Let's think about hats. I think that'd be a good intro to what I want to get started with. I think it'd be easy, and I think I do have some ideas here. I really like with Quest Files. It to be more lived in clothing, like vintage and that kind of style, collegiate, sportswear, running gear, like vintage, like workout gear. Um, I see that more of the aesthetic of the brand. Yeah, let's lean into. Let's see like a trucker or like this is what I do, man. I like to look through references. And then you design and create from there once you have a nice blend of references. Like I like the shape hats. I would kind of want a running hat in this shape. So something I would do. Let me just show y'all what I would do, and I want y'all to know. Like, let me tell y'all a story about how I learned how to graphic design. First of all, I started with like torrenting and like illegally downloading Photoshop to my laptop off of a website called Pirate Bay. If you know, you know. So yeah, I wasn't trained on like graphic design or whatever. My original designs were me just kind of like freestyling on that free, um, free platform. And I remember when I originally designed the free Gucci hat, I actually drew it. Ultimately I had drew it, and I didn't really know how to execute it on Photoshop, but I had found a graphic designer when I moved to LA, and I remember I was like really really pushing him to design it for me, but I didn't have like money to give him to actually like pay him. So I'm like, dude, like design this for me. I'm gonna get shirts made, or I'm gonna get hats made, and I'll give you the proceeds, or we'll split it, or whatever. And he was so adamant on like getting some type of bread at that time that he just kind of was like, nah, like I'm good, and I ended up designing it myself. So yeah, so just so y'all saw what I did really quickly, like I was on a Pinterest page, right? I found an image. I just right clicked that joint, hit copy, and just pasted it. Command V, right? Or yeah, Command V, or on a regular computer it would be probably Control V. And when I mean regular, I mean Windows, a Windows computer. Mac, you would do Command V. Um, So, anyways, I got a blank, right? This is gonna be my blank. Right now, I had the design over it, but I really like the shape of the hat. Like, this is something I would want to make to run in. Because what I personally don't like is the shape of running hats when they're like that flat, um, like just shaped to your head, I guess. I don't know. Personally, I don't like it. So I would like to make running hats like this with this shape. I actually have a new hat that I purchased randomly off this. I don't even know what kind of website it is. It comes over. Excuse me, comes over. It comes in tomorrow. It's a weird fabric because I obviously want it to be some type of like comfortable fabric to sweat in. Obviously, a fabric like this It's going to be more harsh, and I'm trying to figure out what the proper fabric would be. But I like the back mesh of, you know, trucker hats. Obviously, it's breathable, you can run in it, but I wanted to have this higher crown, right? I don't want it to like be loose and unstructured. I wanted to have some type of structured crown. Um, so, anyways, if you notice, there's a background. You know, there's a white backdrop on here. I'm not gonna mess with it right now because I don't care to do it. It would waste some time. But I'm gonna show y'all how you can easily make this hat like a blank hat. You know, so I am, and I haven't done this in a really, really long time, so forgive me. But I'm using, I don't even know the names of this shit. I just know how to use them. That's what's so crazy. Like, this is the poly something something. Polygonal lasso tool. We're going to use that. And what I do is I click the layer that I'm messing with. I come in and I'm just going to trace or make a box. Ultimately, oops, I want to make sure I don't clip anything. I'm going to make a box around what I want to be gone, right? And it doesn't really need to be perfect. I just like to have less altered, I guess, areas. And when I tell y'all, like, it took me a really long time to learn all these tools. Just because I feel like people you get scared to like mess around with stuff. And I think my biggest issue sometimes is like overthinking that I'm gonna waste time messing around. Like instead of looking at this as being fun, like that's what this is. I'm having fun, man. And you know, I have to live with taking action towards like not only having fun but creating and doing what I love. So, but anyways, I got this section selected. You feel me? What I'm gonna do is right click. I'm gonna go fill. That's not what I was supposed to do. Hold on, oh wait, no, that was what I'm supposed to do. I'm sorry. I take that back because the menu did pop up on my other screen. So I click on fill, and then I'm gonna do content aware, which is pretty much just going to take the outside area as a reference point to then color in this area, right? And then boom, it's gonna fill all that in a couple seconds. My computer's slow. You see it's not perfect. So I'm gonna give you another tool that you can use. It's still highlighted in these areas, so it should be okay. So now I like this stamp tool right here. Clone stamp tool, where you can just kind of grab different areas of I'm gonna select that. You can grab different areas of the hat. So I'm using the command or what would it be control key to grab, or excuse me, I'm sorry, alt. It's alt key to grab areas, and then you could just come in and oops, that's too fast. Come in and just brush those areas with oops, actual you know, reference, or not reference, but stamps, clones from the real fabric. Oops. I don't know why it's, oh, that's why I keep forgetting to hit the right thing. I lightly do it. Oops, that was too harsh. Okay. It's not going to be perfect. But it looks like it's worn, right? It looks like it's almost wrinkled. So, alright, I do think red's a little harsh. I don't know if I would make a red hat, but maybe I would. I don't know. I like navy, personally. I've been really, really messing with navy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shave this outline. So I'm going to show you a way you could do it. It might not work because you see this, all of this is white. So there's a tool right here called background eraser tool. Actually, no, magic eraser tool. And then you can like bring up the threshold of the tolerance of how much of the background and the image in general that you want to pull out. But what sucks is like this red area is definitely going to be left, but when I click on the background, it's going to want to take that little clippings. No, it didn't actually, but it looks like some of the fabric got pulled. Let me see. Did we get money? No, I see. I think it pulled some of that. Yeah. I don't know. I can't really tell. It don't matter though. We can just. So now there's multiple different ways, and that's what's so cool about Photoshop and like these creative platforms is like there's so many different ways to like, alter things, bro. Like right now I'm altering the color of the hat. I could have did this 10 different ways though. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. So I'm gonna just try to find a color. And I was saying like a navy, but it could be like a washed blue though too, because that feels clean right there. And then I feel like it would be too easy to go with, and I need to change the video out. Maybe we'll do 30 minutes. Maybe I'll start with 30 minutes a day, because I think an hour is a lot. Let me see what we got. Would it be too cliche to hit you with the thumbprint logo? Let me do this again. It was shift 5. Yeah, so would it be too cliche to hit you with this? I could. What if I did the keep going? Why is it? Oh. I want to open this, and let's open the actual design. I got so much stuff in here, y'all. Like this design right here was my original Quest design. One day, not even this one. I'm sorry. These two. We'll get to those at some point. It's just gonna, yeah, we'll get to those. But yes. Because we could do the thumbprint, right? So we could go white thumbprint, which is so like, unless we did like big print, right? Let me double this. Yeah. I had a really cool hat that was a full print, but it's not gonna look right with the thumbprint because you need to see the whole joint. But if we did, I just don't feel like this hit like. Man, I ain't been in here so long, bro. And that's why I needed to be in here, for real. It's been too long, honestly. Man, This some real quick stuff just because I really wanna just try. I don't know why I'm getting like Star Trek, right? Like a Star Trek kind of. Like there was a reference. See, I'm always about references, man. Like when I'm designing stuff, I want it to make sense to me. What was Pharrell's? It was, what was Pharrell's group name or label? Yeah, Star Trek. And I remember, yeah, Pharrell used to wear those like trucker hats like this. I guess not, but let's see. I do kind of like this though. Group that and then that way. So what I just did is Command G or Control G, and I grouped the layers that I want to be able to just alter by, by the, or not alter, excuse me, like be able to adjust the size together, right? And the other shortcut you need to know is Command or Control T, and that is transform. That allows you to adjust the size of things. So yeah, that looks smooth though. I'm not mad at that. I'll take that away. The other thing was seeing what this would look like. And don't need it to be multiplied. It needs to be, and they would probably do some type of DTG. I want to see how big we can get it. Does it even look real? Like, does it even look like that would be hard though? Like, right? If we got it embroidered, big embroidery, or it couldn't be embroidery because of this style. If I did a running cap, what I'm using right now, damn my bad. These are blending modes. So like, what's cool about Photoshop and a lot of these design programs is that they have layering, right? So when you put something on top of the other, the top layer can fall into the bottom layer depending on the blending mode that you put the top layer into. So for instance, they have something like multiply, which is allowing the design to sit in that blue, and the blue takes, kind of control. So obviously I don't want that. I want it to be feeling more natural, but like it's sitting, like even that's kind of cool. All blue joint. It's probably just normal. But like, if it was embroidered though, I don't know. Let me try a different one. I don't know. I don't know. But I do think, once again, if I could go like nylon into the mesh back, probably snap back, and then yeah, screen printed front. it could be clean. But yeah, then once again, like what I like to do from here. So let's just say this is a piece that we rolling with today, just for the sake of time. I'm gonna come over here and create other layers, or maybe I'll just do this and make it easier for myself. I'm gonna come in here and do this, and I'll make a lineup of hats, so that way I can see different colors. And then I'm gonna do the same thing that I did before, right? I'm gonna come over here, I'll go to image adjustments, hue and saturation, and just adjust kinda that burnt orange looks cool. And once again, man, we just having fun. That's what this is for. I'm not trying to be too hard on myself. I'm trying to make something cool in a night, you know. I kind of like that, like, cool. Keep the red or the blue down there. Can't really see, but yeah, these are clean, honestly. Like, once again, if these are running hats, and then I do like some matching colored running shorts, do some t-shirts. The running shorts that I have in mind, I haven't designed. Once again, I haven't been designing, y'all. Like, I've been so focused on like film and like trying to learn like all that shit that I just haven't been designing. And this is the reason why I started the brand. So I need to get back, and you know, I'm a little bit better than film in design than I am in film, and I need to continue to practice this skill. So, anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep playing with the colors. So, what do we got? We got a burnt orange. We got like a burgundy-ish, reddy kind of color. We got the blue. So we got the orange already. We got a red. I kind of like this like magenta color. You can mess with the lightness too. It gives me. Actually, play with purple. I love purple. I was feeling one of these somewhere in here. See, I need to get out of that. See, I'm not loving what hue and saturation is giving me anymore. So now I go into maybe color balance. Color balance gives me a different little, I don't even know what to call it, but you mess with different things. Alright, I'm not feeling that. So maybe I go into the actual hat. I double click into that layer. It comes into a different mode. I got all these different options, y'all. This is very overwhelming for y'all if you've never seen this before, but there's so many different layers to like this thing. I'm trying to tell y'all, you can do so much in this program. But it has that thing, so I can't use that. Okay. What do I want to do? So let's mess with the levels and go light, right? We can go light with it. But I want to mess with the what's it called? Let's go back to hue, sage. Just burst that down, maybe. Let me go even lighter. Do like a baby blue. Come over here. So let's just go black and white. Right, and we see we got that. I'm gonna go back into let's go here in saturations, I think. No, that's not it. Slash, no, that's not it. I want to say it's levels, but I feel like it messes with the background. And this is with white background, so I could even play with like going blue top, you know, once again using this tool. So hitting A to select, I go back to my tool of choice, the polygonal, and I'm gonna just highlight the area that I want to alter, which is going to be just the bottom brim. I'm gonna make that red. And it's a little sloppy, I'm going fast. Alright, so hue saturation. Blue with the red. So now I feel like I kind of want to do I like bear, so a navy. We did a navy, so touch that. Do level adjustment, darker. Alright, we winding down. Okay, so we was back in here. Let's go ahead and saturation. I'm gonna darken this. That's what I always can't do it that way. 0. Desaturate. That's what we do, dog. So we go 0, put desaturate to get it that navy. Yeah, and it's like that dried kind of navy too. So then I love a navy and red, y'all. That's my shit. But then we gonna go red bottom. Alright, so we go red. Okay, what's going on? Why can't I just... Hue and such. Oh, right, but you need to bring the such up because desat. And then I kind of want to do like an orange and black. So like colors. What do they do? Black top, orange bottom, I'm assuming. And once again, y'all, like, I'm thinking running hats. Like, could be trucker how it is too, but I like the idea of it being like a cool hat and useful, and like having a community of people like rocking it, to run it would be dope. So this is where it gets troubling because I have it in black and white, so none of the colors you can see through. But I could, what could I do? I could color over it. So I could create a layer on top. I could use the paintbrush and orange, burnt orange color over this. Here we go. Probably something like that. Don't look good. Probably should start from the back one. Let me think of one more. I don't want to go without finishing the last one. So let's start from this base. What's a colorway that I like? That I would run in. That's how I was seeing that orange and black, but yeah, I didn't like how that looked. I haven't changed the color of this shit. I don't know. Trying to think, what's a cool little color I could do? Ooh, like a wheat. I didn't think about that yet. Or even like a sand kind of color. Or like, I do like, ooh, yeah, kind of like that jade gray. Shout out to my baby girl. Kind of feel that. We fucking with that, man. We running with this. This the lineup. This is what we did today, man. If you watch this, I don't know what this is gonna be. I don't know if I'm actually gonna even post this. I'm just gonna say day one. That's it. And keep it as that simple. But yeah, so I shared a lot today. We started here. We actually started at the reference. I don't know where it is, but we started at the reference. We got it here, and we ended up making a spread of colorways. Once again, the idea was to make a running hat that had structure, some breathability with the mesh net in the background, utilizing the Quest logo and the font, so you know that it's actually Quest. And yeah, we played around with some colorways. We got a burnt orange, kind of a burgundy, wine red, a kind of washed royal red, black, baby blue, washed navy with the pop of red, and then we went with like this mint kind of jade grayish color. It's not jade gray anymore. Let's see if I can alter that. Let's see. I kind of want it even more. What is that, light? Lightness is not it, it's desaturation. I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know. We'll get back to it, but yeah, man. Till the next time. 11:15. What do we do? How much time? I want to say 45 minutes. I'm cool with that. I'm checking out. Till next time. Quest files. Keep going, y'all. Keep showing up. That's the biggest thing. I tell everybody else. I put it in my post, but I need to act. I need to do it myself and just keep showing up. Even if it's when I'm tired and I don't feel like doing something. Like, look at what I did. You know what I mean? Is it something I'm going to drop tomorrow? I'm going to produce? No. But it's me actively working towards my dreams and, you know, having fun, you know, enjoying life. So that's what it's all about. And if you're here with me, it's your reminder to keep going.